Miami has a new breed of criminal.
Sounds pretty good, isn't it? Turn off the bass on it. Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to Nothing Yet Loud. You know what that sound means.
We all know what it means.
Yes.
And it's not just Miami, it's all of Florida.
It was everything I could do to not look.
We got your Florida man right here.
Yep. All right.
All right. So, I mean,
this
look
one's
at this. Kind of obvious.
Damn, they blurred it down to like, it's like blurred out down to his knee.
Yeah, honey, you don't want to see that. He probably
it literally looks like an
lawyer,
eggplant.
His lawyer probably said, we'll plead it down, but we'll plead it up, but you got to make it look like he got big junk.
Yeah, we'll plea out. We'll plea bargain.
Okay.
Anyway, wow.
Okay.
This is him. This is his penis. Got a little face on it.
So
Dad, shit.
I learned something from this article. There's naked and there's buck naked.
There's buck naked.
And if you don't already know,
does holding clothes count?
To learn.
He's holding clothes.
Yeah, he's holding his clothes. He's just not wearing them. It looks like he's wearing an apron, but that's just a bad photoshopping.
It's the only size we have. They usually use it to blur out heads.
Oh,
this time they're blurring out a head.
He had hair, but it's just the shine.
Looks like he's wearing glasses.
He's got shiny. Oh God, that's disgusting. Okay.
Look, boy. No, desecrated. Now, tell me it was not an underage female involved. Dad, I want to meet an underage. And now he's gone.
All right. Florida man shows up buck naked.
Well, obviously, as seen in the...
Yeah, the photo speaks for itself.
Yeah.
To undercover sex sting.
Awesome.
Deputies say. 124 people
No
arrested.
Gator. Does he have 3 names?
6-day operation.
His name is Dwayne Gill Higgins.
No, the next story has 3 names,
I
believe. A Florida man was buck naked when he showed up to the front door of a home where an undercover sex sting operation was being conducted, according to Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd, who has been featured in another Florida man story. I don't remember which one, but Grady Judd made quite a name for himself.
Yeah. Grady Judd. Doesn't sound like this at all, but I want him to so bad.
He's a man who knows how to get justice against the Florida men. He patrols them streets between 2 and 4 a.m. in Florida. Peak Florida man.
Peak Florida. Right there. So what's wrong with prostitution? Like, that's not fair, too. Even it's like,
unless they're underage, there's nothing wrong.
I've always had a problem with that. Like, yeah, that's a problem. But I've always had a problem with that, where it's just like, if you're bringing people in with sex workers, it's like, then you're the problem, man. Where would they go it seems like that's the crime you're trying to bust, is where would you go if you were this? They're just arresting Johns. What the fuck is the point of that? It's like prohibition, doesn't work.
They're not the ones doing it.
Prohibition is doomed to failure because it attempts to legislate this man's appetite. But yeah, we don't do children and murder usually on Florida.
Well, I guess they do undercover Johns to catch the prostitutes.
What? Is that what they're doing?
That's happened, is that undercover cops pose as Johns.
Well, that's just hurting the chicks.
Well, they're prostitutes.
So who's Mr. Butt Naked?
Mr. Buck Naked is a John.
Okay, so they're catching both Johns and... So they catch the prostitutes.
In this one, they're catching Johns,
okay.
But they can catch prostitutes by having cops pose as Johns. And then...
No, it makes perfect sense. It makes... They get the prostitute. They're like, you're going down. Unless we use you. They probably use the prostitutes to bring in the Johns.
Oh yeah.
So they bust the prostitutes, force them to work for them to bring in the Johnson. So good.
But my point is that they bring them both down, but you bring a prostitute down by posing as a John.
Yeah, well, that's
getting them to say, "I'll suck your dick. You give me."
That's stupid. Whatever. It's just, dude. That's marriage. That's most marriages.
Well, yeah, if you're husband's rich.
or whatever. Yeah, but I mean, it's like that's the marriages that these right to life fucking no prostitution having states. It's like, dude, no prostitution for you unless you're rich.
Unless you're fucking Josh Duggar.
Yeah, if
in
you're
which case everything goes.
everything goes. Oh, is there more news about Duggar?
No, I
Yeah.
think the child molestation was enough.
Oh, okay.
Okay. A Florida man was buck naked when he showed up to the front door of a home where an undercover sex sting operation was being conducted, according to Polk Sheriff.
They tasered him right in the dick. It's hilarious.
Records show Rodney Davis was one of 124 people
Rounding
arrested
up
during
people.
Operation Santa's Naughty List. That was the name.
Wait,
of
that's
it,
during. Oh, okay, I get it. Never mind.
which targeted prostitutes, child predators, and Johns
Okay.
during a 6-day period.
They got to throw in some child predators.
Chris
You
Hansen.
can't sell it without the look. We're doing this.
They had a bunch of cops and Chris Hansen. They said, "Okay, Chris Hansen, you're going to handle the real perps."
It's like, come on. It's like, all right, sheriff, are you doing this to like pad your books and make shit look good? No, we're going after child sex offenders too. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. It's like, no, why don't you just go after the child sex people and let Johns and hoes have their day?
Yeah, put the
Mm.
bulk of put all of your energy behind catching the
If you
the
take a woman on a
underage
date and you buy her
prostitution
dinner
solicitors.
and then
Yeah.
you take her home and have sex with her, is that prostitution? Like, I mean, I don't know.
I don't
What
know.
if it's?
I don't know
I mean,
what-
that's how you should do it. Then, boom, problem solved, right?
Yeah.
You just like you take a prostitute out to dinner, you pay for everything, but then you
But what if the
get him an
woman
Apple,
says,
get
what
him
if
an
the woman
iCard or
says,
something.
"Don't buy me dinner. Don't take me to a movie. Just
Yeah,
give me the money
money
that
to
you
do
would
that. Yeah,
spend,
exactly.
and then we'll go have sex."
Or here's $500. You decide where we eat. She's like McDonald's.
then she
there,
keeps the
right there
rest.
it is. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's totally
Okay.
legal.
Which targeted, okay. As part of the operation, deputies said they used internet advertisements to arrange meetings between suspects and undercover detectives.
Oh, there. So,
Judd said Davis.
as if ads weren't bad enough.
I know.
Now the cops are using them.
Yeah, pop-up clickbait ads. Judd said Davis was among the 46 people accused of trying to meet a prostitute for sex.
God, poor lonely bastard. Look, he's just like, look at his face. He's just like, all I wanted to do was get laid, man.
I know.
Jesus Christ, you could just don't
I
look
have
at
to
me.
pay for it. It's
Don't look at
unfair.
this. Look at me. You know,
Boy,
you know I'm fucking paying for it. God damn, look at the sadness in this form. He's like, I thought I was gonna get laid for the first time in 10 fucking years. All that money spent on Viagra.
well,
Look,
wait till you hear the rest of the
okay,
story.
go. There's more. But wait.
Video from the undercover operation shows Davis was nude when he arrived at the undercover
Of course he was.
location.
That's what you do. It's
The
hot in
guy-
Florida.
The guy
even in the
walked
winter.
up to the front door of this home in a neighborhood on a cool evening, buck naked. Now, if you don't know the difference between naked and buck naked, buck naked means you're not even wearing your socks.
Damn, he didn't get credit for.
He didn't have a stitch of clothes on, but he was carrying a shirt in case of emergency.
guess in case
of
of an
emergency. He walked into the house. He was proud of himself.
Yeah, he was like, I worked my ass off and I got enough money to get a hoe. Finally, I'm gonna
He
get
walked
laid.
into the house. He was proud of himself. That's up for
Where's my-
debate,
Just
Judge
my
said.
sad trombone song. Boom, 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 boom.
Davis was arrested on charges of soliciting a prostitute and possessing Viagra without a prescription.
Nailed it. Psychic here.
Deputies said Davis is oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh. What?
Look at where he works.
Oh, of course he. Anybody you want to guess?
He probably dresses up as Mickey Mouse.
He
too.
works at the only place you can work in Florida. So yeah, he worked all that time getting punched in the nuts by a kid dressed up as Yogi Bear or whatever. No, it's Hanna-Barbera. Got that wrong.
Deputies said Davis is a Walt Disney World security guard from Winter Garden who's been married for
Oh
22
God, just
years.
ruined this whole dude. His life was not shitty enough, man. And how do you even know? Like maybe his wife's just like, hey, buy a prostitute because she doesn't want to have sex with her, or she can't have sex with her, or wherever. Right? He wants to get laid. Man, he saved up all of his money.
Saved up all of his Viagra.
Fucking A, man.
I'll bet he got the Viagra and was ready to have sex with his wife, and she's like, "Oh fuck no, you go have sex with a hooker."
Judds and Johns.
Okay. Judd said the main objective of the operation was to identify victims of human trafficking. 5 of the women who responded to online ads are believed to be victims of human trafficking, and 2
Okay.
more were provided services.
As long as they don't, as long as they don't face any kind of charges, if you're like fishing for them so that you can help them, I don't know. It seems everything in Florida is fucking backwards, right? Why not fucking help them before they become victims? I don't know. Of course, the problem is your politicians are probably mostly human
Soliciting
traffickers and
prostitutes.
sleazeballs.
And when you have people like Matt Gaetz getting elected and getting away with the shit, it kind of sets a precedent.
You might want the doctor. You might want to go to the doctor and get tested because probably not the first time they've done it, Judd said. Also among these arrests included, according to Judd, were Tommy Gainey, a professional golfer who had his PGA card on him when he was arrested.
Wait. You missed a critical
that's
part
funny.
of this. Judd also noted that 65% of the Johns
Said they're married.
arrested said they're married. He had a word of advice for the suspects' wives. You might want to go to the doctor and get tested because it's probably not the first time they've done it.
Sex workers. Judd is genius, obviously, here.
He's also Captain Obvious. I would say he's Captain Obvious first, maybe a
It's
genius.
like, dude,
later.
maybe they're using
Hey,
condoms. Who knows?
He's a genius because he told me the
Yeah.
difference between naked and buck naked, which
Maybe they ain't having sex with their wives. Maybe their wives know. You know,
Also-
these rich people, they're fucking weird. People that pay for sex, not
I
so
don't
weird.
think this is a rich guy.
No. I'm saying rich people are weird. These guys are just normal. This guy just
He's
wants
not
to get
getting
laid.
anything
He's
from
not
his
getting
wife,
laid.
so,
Wants to get
yeah.
laid. Jesus, leave him alone. He has,
Among those arrested, according to Judd, were Tommy Gainey, a professional golfer
the boy Tommy Gainey.
who had his PGA card on
Yeah.
his when he was arrested for
Oh
soliciting.
no.
Okay, I think that means he had it on his dick.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
there goes your putter.
Oh, he told deputies she was in town for a charity event.
Yep, of course.
Kirkland Mallet from Orlando is a sports coach in Windermere.
Oh
He was
yeah.
charged with solicitation of prostitution. William Stocks from Tallahassee, that's the skillet handle,
Mm.
is the manager of an insurance company and retired National Guard member who was in Orlando to present American flags to children at one of the Disney hotels.
Look, he wasn't soliciting prostitutes at his Disney hotel with children around. Like, that's who cares? I don't even care about these rich guys doing it. I'm just tired of people getting slapped for it anyway. The human trafficking thing, that's cool. If you guys want to put out lures and you're going to just help these women, but something tells me you're not going to.
Clint Bagden from Winter Garden is in IT sales for a Fortune 500 company.
Of course. it's
Judd
not.
said he told his
Clint
wife
Bagden.
he was leaving the Mount Dora Christmas parade to get a haircut, but really he left to meet a prostitute. Now, I think saying you're going to go and get a haircut, that's a code. Like, I'm going to go get some chewing gum into my pubis.
Bhavik Rambi from Orlando owns the Super 8 motel in Kissimmee. He told deputies, I do work hard. I worked so hard to keep the prostitutions out of this hotel.
I said Kissimmee, and she said no, so I went to hire I went to hire an actual prostitute who
There
would
you
kiss
go.
me.
There you go. You were suffering there for. I thought I
know,
was
my
butchering
accents
it.
were my
All
accents were
blending together.
yeah.
Bill Stocks from Tallahassee, and a retired National Guard member. Like, who cares? National Guard.
He was in Orlando to present American flags to children.
It's great. Well, that's fun. That's just the first one. We're
Operation
already at 14
Santa's
minutes.
Naughty list.
Oh, is that it?
Okay, so
What?
now,
Oh, what? It's not touchscreen. That's
Oh.
funny.
yeah,
It does it though. Here, this guy's like, what?
okay, so here is our second Florida man.
This
for
guy's
today.
like, how many years? He's got neck tattoos. It's already good.
Okay. Oh, he only has 2 names. I thought he would have 3 names. Okay.
I'll have to make up one.
So you'll never guess what this guy did.
Boy, what'd you do, boy?
He's going to be pretty.
Dad.
Of
I
all
like
the
his-
Florida men in that lineup of just 4, this is one of the most creative Florida man.
Nice. He looks
Stunts.
creative. I like his hair, his facial hairs. I like it. He's got chops.
He's got chops like you.
No one has chops like me, except for that little dog I saw yesterday.
Oh,
just like me.
yeah. He's like your puppy, bro.
Both. I'm like, we're
Okay.
bringing it back, bud.
Okay, the first two
You and me,
words,
buddy.
the first two words of this story: iguana feast!
No.
Exclamation point.
Okay, something got fed to an iguana, or this guy chopped up his neighbor's cat and fed it to his iguana.
No, it's more eccentric. It's just bizarre.
Oh,
That's it.
okay. A colony of rats busted through the wall, and the iguana ate them all.
No.
Bugs.
This guy was he had an entrepreneurial spirit, or was very weird. I can't decide which or both.
Often they go together.
Yeah, especially in Florida.
All right.
Okay.
And Ohio.
Bike riding Florida man
Oh.
tries to hawk
Okay, he's trying to hawk something.
three iguanas.
Okay.
To pass.
I'll trade you 3 iguanas for one of them gators and that one-eyed snake right there. I'm doing an internet trade-up thing, trying to get up to Godzilla.
Whoever gets up to Godzilla wins.
Just like that girl turned that bobby pin into a house, a bobby pin into an Eiffel Tower. Trying to turn these 3 iguanas into Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm afraid this guy actually could have accomplished the thing that he was trying to do.
Oh, okay.
Bike riding Florida man tries to hawk 3 iguanas to a passerby as
something else. Oh, as mini Godzillas. They're baby Godzilla. Oh.
Nah, as dinner.
Oh, I didn't catch that whole feast. I thought I thought for sure like he fed like his neighbor to the iguanas, but we don't do murder here, so.
A Florida line cook has been busted trying to sell live iguanas.
Look, you don't understand. It's delicacy. These little mini Godzillas, you chop them up like this, you fry them up, you pop and settle around for a little bit. Like a little bit of fire sauce, just like Godzilla going down. Ding, 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 ding.
A Florida line cook has been busted trying to sell live iguanas that he'd hog-tied to his bicycle.
Neat.
So
that's one way to do it. Tell him he couldn't find a bucket anywhere in Florida, man.
Well, I guess he was trying. He didn't have anything.
How much a good iguana go these days? Well, what's a pound? Here, let's look up. Let's look up.
Jeremy Douglas allegedly hawked the critters he claimed he'd caught at a golf club outside the Banana Cafe restaurant in Key West at 2 p.m. Hey,
oh, sorry.
you in my story.
Nope, I ruined it. Go.
God damn it.
No, I didn't. It's right there.
No, it's not.
Oh, nope, there it is. There.
The 35-year-old is accused of strapping 3 of the defenseless creatures to his handlebars with duct tape and wire. In fact, all you need is duct tape and wire.
Backwards. It's always backwards in Florida. It's like a bucket.
And some WD-40 and bolt cutters. That's all you need.
Just over.
Oh,
it's got little twist ties on them. They're all.
Dog going.
He's got tape around their little noses. I mean, I don't know. Iguana can get pretty big. You can have iguana be like.
Yeah, big. But he had a tape to his bike.
I know. It just seems weird. But he had to hog tie it.
Yeah.
So he's running around with these green little sausages.
He then attempted to pedal the lizards, which were bound behind their backs. There's no end to the.
He's like, look, you just shove a stick up, throw them on a fire. Look, done. Ding, 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 ding. Hey. Look, I'll give you the 2 for a bag of crack. You can have to throw. I'll throw the 3rd one in. Buy 2, get 1 free. Ding, ding.
Okay. He then attempted to pedal the lizards, which were bound behind.
Well, literally pedal them.
Yeah.
He's pedaling and pedaling. He's double pedaling.
To passerby by saying they'd be perfect to cook for dinner.
Hey, hungry.
A concerned bystander called the cops, according to the Bradenton Herald.
Mm-hmm.
Dugas initially claimed to Officer Frank Betts that he'd only tried to sell the animals to a woman to try and get her to leave him alone.
That's one way to do it. Again, Florida, it's always backwards. They have to do something to get you to leave them alone. You can't just leave. They don't realize, like, I have to push them away. I can't just leave. I
So
can't.
I'm gonna hog tag. I'm gonna get 3 iguanas,
This guy
Yeah.
definitely does not look sober.
not 2. 5 is right out. The number shall be 3 iguanas.
3 iguanas.
Hog tag, duct tape. It's like the guy that did the dance on top of the vehicle
Yeah.
to ward off vampires or something. It's like yes, you're right. You have to do something to get away from. You can't just push people away.
Boy, where'd you hide that Missouri steak? Oh, he stole that snake.
But 2 restaurant customers then came forward to confirm Dugas had indeed been trying to auction the critters off.
Mhm.
He was auctioning them. Florida Keys Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals officer Mitchell Smith arrived on the scene.
Of course he
Dun,
did.
dun. The iguanas, which are illegal to kill for food in Florida.
Of course,
because they
dude,
are-
everything's legal to your
Oh,
neighbor.
yeah.
You can't kill your neighbor.
But only from the waist down,
Nope.
except for the tallywhack.
He's trying to auction. He's like, I got 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5.
The iguanas, which are legal to kill for
Everything.
food in Florida because they are a non-native species, were untied, and
What's-
Smith took them into custody.
What's the
Wait.
What's the Florida
Wait.
version?
Did he take the iguanas into custody? Or
Oh, I'm wondering if like he was like, look, take this iguana right here, get yourself, feed it to a boa constrictor, feed that to a gator. You got yourself good old fashioned Florida swamp turducken, possum in there too. You got to
and then you deep fry it.
deep fry it all. That's it.
Or salad jack, gator deep fry.
Oh my God,
Fries.
Grady Judd's home down cookout. Tallahassee croc guana. Awesome.
So we have Florida Man glass, Florida Man tasers, Florida Man concrete.
Mhm.
Did I say windows?
Yes.
Okay. Now we got Florida Man size deep fryers, gator size.
Again, that could be a thing. So
Totally.
I'm guessing somebody has. I'm sure somebody stuffed a gator with something.
Yeah, and then deep fried
Yeah,
it.
they tried it.
But
there's got to.
there's
We'll
a
have to look
market.
these. Well, hey, you guys. Well, if you guys come back to the next show, the next time we do a show,
KRRT will fully fund the invention of
Florida
the
Keys.
giant batter fried gator.
Look,
uh,
it's like in Florida, you don't have to look up what can be killed for food,
Right.
just what not. It's like a handful of things, right? Like manatees, turtles.
I don't know.
I don't think.
Is
I
there
think everything. I
anything?
think there's everything
I-
else is
yeah, I don't-
open
I
for
don't
slaughter,
think-
man. I think
don't-
they even number the amount of alligators that you can kill. Like you can only, but you can kill all the boas in the world you want.
Really?
Yeah, because they're invasive.
There's a limit on the number of gators you can kill.
Yeah, you have to buy it. It's just like fishing. You got to buy it. You get a certain amount of tags, just like hunting. You get a certain
But
amount
you
of
can
tags.
use it any way you want. So you get a gator, you could throw it through a Wendy's window or throw it up on
Yeah.
a roof to teach it a lesson.
But generally, you don't want to do that. Good eating gator goes for $55 a pound. I swear
You know,
dang
but-
dang.
Maybe the guy that threw the gator through the window was hoping they'd cook it up on the fryer, drop it in with the French fried potatoes.
I'm sure. No,
He
that's
said, I ain't gonna give you nothing off the menu. I want you to cook this here gator.
dude, humans aren't even off the menu in Florida.
Oh,
We've
of
known
course
that.
not.
That's it.
Yeah, all you gotta do is eat some bath salt.
There's no word on the toad he licked to get his eyeballs to do that. Couldn't find the toad.
You forgot to cook the toad.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Okay.
Boy, $3.75, 25 minutes a pound. Dad, that's your secret recipe.
Dugas was arrested for his treatment of the animals and the way they'd been secured. Okay, so he gets a special circumstances for
Well, it's
using-
cruel.
Well, the duct tape.
What's funny is he could have just killed the animals. He could have just killed them, and
Well,
then it
maybe-
would have been fine to sell
Maybe
them.
he was afraid it would
I
take
guess.
him a long time to sell them, so he wanted to keep them fresh.
It would have been fine to tie him up if he just said killed him.
No,
He's
would
a line cook.
if it took a long time for him to sell them, then they would rot. It's best to keep them alive. It's like the crabs.
I don't know.
We keep them alive as long as possible.
Yeah, freshly cut iguana. You want some
Okay.
iguana?
He was charged with misdemeanor animal cruelty and remains in the Monroe County Jail on $5,000 bond. Meanwhile, this fucker's still locked up. He's been in there since March. I think everyone just forgot about him except for his son, who also is unfortunately in lockdown.
Dad, remember when we ran over those iguanas together in the lawnmower in the John Deere 175? Oh, ain't no tear in my eye. Dad, it was the best day of my life. Oh, got it, boy. Well, that's it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got nothing else.
I got nothing.
That's funny. Milkshakes. Yeah. Here. This is a juggalo.
Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets, how do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers.
I see. That's not a juggalo. It's a song from ICP.
Right. But if you dance to it at all, you instantly.
Oh,
become
did I just move a little bit?
Yeah,
So
I think-
I'm a
yeah.
juggalo. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since Forrest started listening to ICP, that's why you got tatted up. It's a direct correlation.
Forrest only has one tat.
Yeah, but that it's affecting you.
Oh.
Yeah, it's more about your time anyway.
Yeah,
Time she
well,
discovered music. Boom.
Yeah, well, not going to be in this skin much longer, so might as well mark it up.
Well, that was our Halloween show. How was your Halloween?
I didn't even know it was Halloween.
I-
Completely forgot.
I didn't.
Really? What'd you do?
Nothing. No,
You just
went to. I felt like shit. I went out and hung out, but for like a minute
hung out where?
at a party
Where was the party?
in Aptos,
Oh, one of those parties.
Halloween party. Yep, no nudity there. I don't know. You got anything else you want to say?
Hallelujah.
I don't know. I like that guy. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We had a lot of that today. I like that Jamal Bryant, man. He's just like, he stopped short of calling Herschel Walker. It's like, he wanted to, though. I bet in private company he might be like, let me tell you what I really think about Herschel Walker.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys like it, hit the like, share, whatever. We'll see if we can do more shows between now and then. I am the J Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
And this is
Is-
Nothing Yet Live.
Now you know.
Oh, you have no patience for me anymore.
No.